So we're here with the Metal Hobbit blog.
Yeah.
Aptly named, so I'm quite sure. Okay, so how's the tour been so far with Ministry?
Oh wow, it's been, absolutely incredible. First of all, playing with legends like that, it's just bucket list shit that you never think you're gonna get to do. It's been an absolute joy. All the dudes are super killer. They kill it every night, and every show's been sold out, so you can't hate that. We're over here in another country, and people are appreciating what we do for a living, and it's the best. Give and take and receive and all this love, man.
All those gifts.
All these gifts.
Alright, so for those of us that don't know your musical background, sort of name some of the top bands or drummers that influence you. I know the list is probably like...
It's massive, man. It goes forever. Obviously, starting out as a kid, you got, Vinnie Paul and, Joey from Slipknot and growing up, and then you get older and you hear about bands like Meshuggah that just really make you mad, like Thomas, and make you look like a shitty drummer, but keeps you practicing,
Yeah.
But other than that, there's several bands where I don't necessarily love everything they do. I just love a different perspective from any drummer, really. It might not be my favorite, but like I might have a song where a part was like, yeah, that was super thoughtful, and that's pretty much just my vibe. The way that I play comes, specifically from just all kinds of different vibes that I like. I listen to a lot of rap, metal, electronic is the bulk of it, but I was also definitely raised in the 60s and 70s and all kinds of legends, man. Born on John Bonham's birthday.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's kind of a cool thing. My mom loves that. So, but yeah, that's just to name a few. It's all fun in the middle, man.
Very true. Okay, so how did you join DevilDriver?
Specifically, it was just kind of word of mouth from Mark Lewis that's done several of DevilDriver's records, and he actually did a record for this band called Doth, which I shared the pleasure of playing with Emil. Yeah, Emil, and then Sean, who was their singer, and then Jeremy, who was their bass player, and that was all in Chimera. And they did this thing called Chimera Christmas. And Mark Lewis came out and saw me play one night, and it was kind of one of those things where he came up and introduced himself, and I was like, hey, how you doing? And he was just like, hey, are you playing to a click? I was like, no. He's like, wow, your meter is killer. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, well, that's a huge honor coming from a dude like you that's done all these great bands that I love, the list is huge. And pretty much when I guess Berkman was making his exit, I was kind of a go-to for Mark, and he was like, hey, there's these guys and that you're looking at, I know, but, Austin's your guy for sure, you want this kid. So really I kind of, and Des trusts Mark, incredibly with that. Obviously he's trusting with his career to engineer his record, so he didn't take that lightly, and luckily here I am sitting in front of you,
Awesome.
So it was, literally like one of those instances in life where you get this one little chip of the apple,
and it's like done.
Yeah.
Plus I know you're from Southern California, so that really helps with Des.
Yeah. Oh man, he was so stoked. He loves telling the story, and I love to hear it too, because I felt the same way. But he was like, first 15 minutes you were in my door, it was on. He just heard the way that I talk. We were bullshitting. It's just this Cali vibe he's never really had before, other than Mike. The rest of the dudes were kind of from the East Coast. So he was instantly kind of basically like, well, if you're half as good as you are cool, then you're the dude. Just kind of trusted right away. It was really, really a cool thing, and yeah, it's been amazing working with these guys. The vibe's just incredible, and writing was about as painless as it gets, as far as instantly getting into a band with dudes you've never written with and having to write a record right away, plus getting to know one another. You couldn't have asked for a better situation. I don't think we got in one argument. Everything was just on the table, no egos, and that always creates for a great writing environment, because everybody can just kind of give ideas, and it's like, hey, we don't like it, and this is cool, mostly it was just all cool. There was almost no times where people were like, I don't like that. There's almost zero of that, and so it was really cool. And the hardest thing for me, I think, was just trying to mimic the sound, kind of, because you have to you kind of have to show the appreciation and respect for what's already been going on. So you can't just full blown be a different dude, So you got to cater to that, plus like throw your own spin on things. And luckily, I'd already just done that with Chimera, so I was kind of used to how that kind of thing goes. But definitely a big a feat to fill from John, you know what I mean? But I enjoyed the challenge, and glad everybody's been real receptive of all of us new dudes and totally taking this on and with high spirit. So, killer.
Cool. That's actually answered about half my questions.
Oh, sorry. Good. Yeah.
Alright. That's fair enough. What did you bring to the album? Like, I know obviously you said about the writing style was just quite relaxed, but you obviously got the work done. But what did you sit there and go, okay, that's my flavour that I've added to that?
You know what's funny is, as much as I just said, you cater to all this, people definitely talk about how there's a considerable difference in the drummer performance that I delivered compared to the previous. And I don't know, I guess that's just me in the end, I tried my best to develop that power, but I've always been a guy that tries to develop power without necessarily straying away from grooves. I can still give you the curiosity within my grooves without having to play actually fast and blast beat all day long.
I was watching a clip of you guys at a festival very, very recently, and I could just see you in the background. It was just like, you were just kind of like hitting away, but it was just like, you could just see there was a lot of kind of just chilled out groove going with it. I was just like, okay, this is going to be good.
Yeah, cool, man. Thanks. Yeah, that's definitely, that's been my, I don't know, signature or whatever you may call it, that I've tried to just keep and notice that people enjoy it. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm not going to try to fix what's not broken. I'm just going to continue to try to deliver the vibe that I'm feeling. And it's been working out all right so far. So it's an honor, man. It really is. Any day of the week. It's still very surreal to me, even a decade later. I've been doing this since basically out of high school, and it hasn't changed. I don't feel any self-entitlement. I haven't developed any ego. I like to think, and I'm just appreciative, man. And I think you keep that attitude, you're gonna keep going. You remain teachable, remain inspired. And now I've been telling people lately, it's like, when you're younger, you have all this fire and like this. You gotta prove some shit to yourself, kind of thing. To where now, a decade deep, I'm just like, wow, it just feels like the universe obviously wants me to be here doing this.
Yeah.
So it's just this level of fulfillment, and I think that's a huge part of life. And the questions in people's heads, like fulfillment. It's not about the shit you get and all this and this and that. It's like, are you happy and fulfilled? And I feel that now, so I feel like what I can give back now is a lot more important than my younger childhood wants and needs. It's now I'm here to remain, how long can I remain doing this to inspire others to do something they want to do with their lives, kind of thing. So, and that feels great, so now I feel like I can do no wrong. Personally, I've done things that, such a minutia of people will ever do, and I realize and appreciate that. So now it's 1,000,000,000% about everybody else, and I'm gonna just keep doing my thing, and whether you like it or not, cool with me.
Keep going. I like it, man. Okay, so did you know any of the guys before you actually joined the band, or was it just literally straight in new people?
I met Dez right before they pulled, they gave me the go-ahead, but still we wanted to get together and just have a vibe, and he invited me over, like I kind of told the story about, but he definitely prep cooked from like 5 a.m., like all this just killer cook, and just like killed all this great meat, and just, he has a great setting out in his backyard, just, tiki vibe and pool, and we just all rode out and had some cocktails, and it already felt like we were a band instantly. It was a very welcoming, cool thing, and it's never changed since that day. Everybody just has this very appreciative feeling towards one another, and it just, it feels great. It feels great to be
We obviously got the weather over in Southern California compared to...
Man, it's something else out here. It's 1 second it's raining, then it's just like tornadic winds, and the sun's all of a sudden here, and then it's crazy.
Yeah. It's nice kind of working in a cinema where you can just kind of sit back and look outside and you're like, hey, yeah, I'm not going outside.
You know what? I don't mind it, because I'm a big coffee and cigarettes guy. I think the only problem I'd have out here is I probably smoke 2 packs a day.
Yeah. Or drink too much coffee.
Oh yeah, which I love coffee, so I'm definitely doing 3 a day.
So how have the fans been reacting to the album and the shows?
It's been incredible, man. It's just been an unfathomable, awesome experience, and naturally, when you come in as a new dude, you got everything to prove, but I don't feel like there's been that much angst on me. There's been more positive than negative comments, even at the gate. Even when people found out I was going to be the guy, they're like, oh yeah, this makes sense. Like cool, I'm glad you feel that way. That makes a little less pressure on my shoulders. I'm still nervous to put out anything in that situation, because I know how much It's on your career when you make moves like these. It is what it is, but it still doesn't mean I'm bulletproof. I'm still nervous like anybody about any job. Imagine you're asking for a raise, or imagine you're trying to get this new position. You're fucking nervous, but you got to go out there and put your name on it and do it the best you can and hope for the best. But luckily, so far, it's been awesome. Man. Yeah, it's been killer.
Yeah, you can't really judge until you've seen the person. Like I don't like it when if like a new person joins a band and someone immediately goes, "Oh, I don't like it."
Yeah.
you haven't seen them with that person.
Exactly.
Sorry, I got a sore throat.
Oh, you're good, dude.
So outside of music, what do you enjoy doing? Apart from cigarettes and coffee?
Yeah. Man, recently it's just been trying not to drink too many of these, and I go running pretty often. I like to do stuff like that, hanging out with friends and family, typical shit. And when I'm at home now, after all these years, I think I'm just now starting to appreciate the beach, and like I actually enjoy it more alone by myself. Like I go there and just chill, bump music, and that's kind of it. And now that this is in heavy tour cycle mode, it's kind of all about seeing my family when I'm at home, because you're just gone so much, you know what I mean? So you never know what's gonna happen, so you gotta cherish those moments. Other than that, I fiddle around here and there. That's kind of it. I'm a pretty simple dude. I like to go to shows still. I'm definitely a big listener of things, and that's it. It's kind of a trippy world I live. It's cool. But I tell everybody, man, I've worked a decade to have my job be a vacation. It's kind of what it is, man. Every day is somebody else's Friday. You're making their night that night. It's kind of a cool feeling, no matter what. And and so many fans, it's funny, come out, and I'm the guy that after the show, like, I don't mind, going to the crowd, and I mean, I'm the drummer, so I can get away with it. I'm not as noticeable, which is cool, but certain people still notice, and I'm happy to sign and do everything, and I'm definitely known for like, hey, where's the cool bar to go? Like, let's go hang out, and they trip out that I'm like even doing that with them, and it makes me feel cool. I don't feel like I'm cool. I just feel like that's cool that they, not every band is gonna do that, or this or that. So I just want to show my appreciation the way they show to me. I feel it's only fair. I'd love to just be a dude forever. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to ever have to go to the store and not be able to go to the store. You know what I'm saying?
Cool. I think that's pretty much it. Don't want to keep you any more of your time, but cool. Thanks very much.
Right on. Thank you. Cheers.